Hey, how's it going, my coffee friends? Hey guys, my name's Tony. You're watching Faith and Coffee Bean. Y'all, this is part 3. Numero tres. Hey guys, this is part 3 of my installation of the GaggiMate into my Facebook Marketplace purchased refurb that I got for about $250. Guys, if you've been following me, I put a custom paint job on this thing in my first video. Second video, I didn't show the install, but I installed a wooden knob. This video, everything is basically working, but I have a couple steps just to put everything back and, get it where it needs to be, because it needs to be put together, okay? Other thing I'm going to be doing on this video is I am going to be adding the light kit from Shades of Coffee. Big thank you to them. They have a very good professional light kit. I got the icy blue that we're going to add in there. If you are been following and subscribing to my channel, when I first got this, I did a very janky light kit. It wasn't a light kit. It was me literally buying a light for a fish tank and putting it in temporarily and using USB. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be janky. Their kit is very affordable, and I'm telling you, they're one of the best names out there, especially in the modding community, especially for Gaggia. So definitely reach out to them. I'll put links in the description for the kit. So I'm going to be installing that, and that's going to be one of the final steps. And then the other final step is we're going to be adding in the wooden panels, and then I will be doing profiling and getting into using the machine. I am super stoked. I actually installed this arm right here where I'm actually going to go ahead and attach a phone, and that phone is going to be what I'm going to use to basically program and look at the readings and all that. I'm going to have a permanent place for it, because even though I have other machines, I'm literally looking at 2 Gemini machines I love, my Owl and my Powerhouse. This is going to be a primary driver. That's why I'm building this. So guys, I really appreciate you hanging with me. If you are a coffee geek like me, I'm going to ask you right now, hit that subscribe button, okay? Give me a thumbs up, hype this video. Y'all, I am a small YouTuber, okay? I am a very small YouTuber. This is not my full-time job. This is my passion project. I love making videos like this. And guys, the best way to support me is by hitting that subscribe and liking the video and sharing it. I know that sounds weird, but that is definitely a YouTube thing. So if you like my content, make sure that you like and subscribe, because that's the most important thing. If you have a question, please let me know in the comments below. You're also more than welcome to hit me up anytime on Instagram. I love talking to everybody. And then, of course, if you are planning on doing the GaggiMate, you have to join the Discord. Guys, Discord has saved me for GaggiMate, and I'm very thankful to the Discord. I'm very thankful to the community. So if any community members are watching, thank you. I really appreciate you. You guys are literally saving me. So I'm telling you, this mod is not for the faint of heart, but it is well worth the investment. It really is well worth it. I was joking with my wife. I feel like I'm taking 1960s, 1950s, maybe a 1970s muscle car. My first car ever was a 71 Impala with a Chevy 350. That's like grabbing my Impala and putting a brand new modern distributor computer system into it. That's basically what you're doing. So, I'm not saying that to scare anyone off. I'm just saying that it is definitely one of those things. Do your research, go to the Discord, do not get discouraged, work through all your problems. But yeah, guys, again, I appreciate you so much. Let's go on. Let's start with a light kit. Before I put this away, I got to get this wired up. So here we go, light kit time. All right, guys, pro tip again. Plan everything out. I'm adding the light kit. I wish I would have kind of did that at the beginning. With the Shades light kit, you do need to get to the actual power adapter, and that's right here. So I need to move this to get to that, but that's okay. That's what happens. So we're gonna take this out. All right, my coffee friends. So as soon as I removed the zip tie and moved everything around, I was able to get to it. So what's really great about this kit is that it has jumpers. It's all pre-wired. You don't have to do any crimping or anything. Everything, the way that you would do this all depends on your make and model of your Gaggia. So for this one, I have the Evo Gaggia past 2019. Mine's from 2023. So I go ahead and basically wire it up by hooking it to the main power on the back end and then hooking the secondary cord to the switch up front. So I have big giant hands. And as you can see, it's a little bit of a mess in here. It's pretty busy. But yeah, you kind of have to finagle things and figure them out. And it's okay. You're probably going to smack your hand at some point if you have big hands like me. But guys, this was really easy. And I'm super happy with this light kit. I wish I would have just got it right from the get-go, but I'm kind of glad I waited just because I really wanted to plan stuff out. Please don't do it the janky way like I did in the beginning. This is definitely the way to do it. This was definitely worth it, for sure. All right, guys, and you know that I've said it in almost every video. Full disclosure here, do this at your own risk. Make sure you're reading your directions. This video is for entertainment purposes. Please, this is for your enjoyment watching my process on how to do it. This really isn't meant to be a tutorial or anything like that, but I did want to show you what it was like getting the kit. You definitely want to make sure that you read the directions. If it wasn't for the directions, guys, I would have been completely lost. As you can see right here, my light, woohoo, it activated. But it activated the moment I plugged it in to the power source. It wasn't being activated by the switch. So I had to go in there and rewire it one more time and basically go for the port that was right below it. Now I'll be able to activate it with the switch and it's working completely fine. So now it's going to be dropping the actual light into the bottom of the unit. And this thing is so thin. It was super easy just to fit in there. As you guys could see, it just went in like butter. So pretty cool. So in the kit, they were nice enough to include an alcohol swab. So basically what that's for is that if you have your regular stainless steel, you would use your alcohol swab to go ahead and clean down that surface. This is a very fresh coat of paint. I know it's not dirty. The purpose is so that it could adhere without being dirty. You know, there might have been oils or dust or something up there. But I went ahead and used it anyway just to make sure. And yeah, guys, it was super simple. It's awesome that they include that. They also include the adhesive, and I'm going to go ahead and basically put the adhesive on the back. Before I do that, I just wanted to kind of do a dry fit of seeing where I'm going to place it. You know, it's kind of one of those things, once you put that adhesive on, you're stuck where you're at, and I have been the person who has put on something the wrong way, so I wanted to make sure I got it right. So definitely be patient, be patient, be patient. Now that I got the double-sided tape, it's just really putting it on there. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to go ahead and place it underneath. I was trying to get it as centered as possible. Don't judge me, because it probably isn't perfect, but that's okay. I think I did the best job I could. And, you know, you got to think about things like where that cord is. One thing I didn't notice until after making this video is I could probably pull up some of that cord so it's not hanging around the tank. So that's something I'm realizing right now. So definitely think about that kind of stuff. But this was really easy. All right, y'all, moment of truth. Success. I think it looks really good. I'm stoked. All right, my coffee friends, I've installed the light. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy with it. Thank you to Shades of Coffee. So this is a total mess. I'm gonna go ahead and make this tidy and then kind of show you guys what it looks like once I have it just to the point right where I'm about to close the lid. But everything is good. I'm just doing my final checks, and then basically there's install some paneling and we'll be done. With the outside anyway. Then we'll start on profiling. Guys, I can't wait. This is really cool. I've said this before in my last video. This is one of the coolest things I've ever done before, period, when it comes to espresso. I'm so thankful for doing this. It's a big investment, guys, but basically I'm in it for about $500. So for $500, because I bought a refurb, then I bought the kit, you know, basically I'm getting a profiling machine. That's insane. Yeah, this is cool. All right, so I've added some adhesive tape on the back of the PCB housing. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Again, this isn't super pretty, but I want to make sure this fits. I've got everything tightly put away so I could put in the funnel. And just like that, the lid's closed and we should be good to go. Should be. All right, my coffee friends, I'm so happy. I am very, very happy. There's just no other way to say it. I have basically put everything back together, installed the light. I have the knob on here, so that's definitely awesome. I love this knob. Looks so cool. So the last step, the crowning achievement, is putting the paneling on. So paneling should be really no-brainer. It's just double adhesive tape. I'm going to kind of do a little bit of a dry fit, and we're going to kind of figure out which is which. This is all should be really easy. So there's double tape, which the gentleman who made this was kind enough to already affix and put on there. So that is awesome. Okay, I have a feeling this is how it's gonna go. Nope, I was wrong. Where am I? All right, guys, I think I figured it out. I just needed to look at some of the reference photos just to make sure. So I think we're good. So basically, I think it just sits right here, right on the crook of this. And it just got to line that up with the top. And a little bit of red's going to come out the side. So I am pretty sure that's the way it goes. I'm going to call it and then do it. So just getting the sticky parts off. Very strong tape. All right, guys, moment of truth. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get this. Make sure that's really straight. Wow, looks awesome. All right, so that's side panel 1. Wow, that looks really good. Super happy. Yeah, I think it's good two-tone. Okay, let's go ahead and do the other side. There we go. Nice. Perfect. So we got some side panels. Like it, like it, like it. Okay. Coolness. Definitely. I'm digging that. Doesn't that look awesome? I got my wood paneling on the side. I got my lights. I got my screen. There we go. Just want to make sure it's on. We're good. I am going to show you how I'm going to set up the phone next to it so I can log into this. That's the next part because I have an arm for the phone. Y'all, this is awesome. I'm so stoked. I am literally so stoked. And as many of you who are subscribed to my channel, you know that I like to do live streams. I really wanted to have something where I could show the graph of what's going on in the machine. So I'm going to actually put my phone permanently here when I do my live stream. So that's kind of the purpose of getting this set up. And y'all make sure, again, that you hit that bell notification. I go live 2 or 3 times a week, and I never know when I'm going to do it. So make sure you get those notifications. Come hang out with me. I love when y'all, watch a live stream interact with me. It's a great time. Just come and join me if you haven't. All right, my coffee friends. So this is the first time I'm ever trying this. So I will probably spend some time really getting to know things towards the end of the video. I'll probably complete the video here real soon, but I'm not just kidding. This is literally my first time, so I'm raw. So I've actually installed a holder basically for my phone. I can move it around and put it, I can actually bring it closer to me if I really wanted to. I can do a lot of stuff, so it's pretty cool. But that's going to be kind of like way I'm going to control some stuff on the side. I just want to see the graphs and everything. So yeah, coolness. So let's go ahead and let's go into Brew. And I want to do a flush because that's the thing with the transducer, you got to flush it. So I'm going to flush it. Perfect. Okay. Wow, there's your water graph right there. That is so cool. Okay, and I got my scale, and the scale's all in there. That is so awesome. I need to go ahead and get a grinder. I forgot about a grinder. I got so excited. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to really show you just kind of what the setup's going to be like. You guys, I do 2 or 3 lives a week usually. This week, I don't think I really did any because I've been putting up so many videos and working on this. But you guys, this is going to be part of a lot of my live streams. So I cannot wait. Let's go ahead and get a grinder and let's pull our first shot. I cannot wait anymore. All right, guys, forgive me if this is a little crazy because I'm kind of nervous and excited at the same time. Got a lot of things going on here. So we're going to do 18 grams. Actually, I'm going to do about 18 and a half. Do about 18 and a half. I have a pretty sure precision basket on there. Okay. And this is my absolute first shot. I have not tested anything whatsoever. It's been like 4 or 5 days now since I've had coffee in my office. I've made coffee in the kitchen, but my office needs coffee. Let's do, let's do 18 and a half. 18.2, I'll pull it up. Okay. And we will do some quick RDT. And guys, I am going to be using the CF64V. And this is by Turrent. And this is through Espresso Outlet. Y'all, big thank you to them. They're awesome. I'm going to be doing a full video real soon. I just really wanted to use a new awesome grinder for this because you're going to christen a new machine. You got to christen a new grinder all at the same time. And I am just stoked. I'm beyond belief, like crazy stoked right now, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get this bad boy turned on. Okay, here they go. All right, let's do some puck prep. Nice. Let's do some distribution. Nice. Grab a puck screen. Puck screen up top. All right, guys. I think this is the moment of truth. I have this Espresso 9-bar profile. Let's hit play. I'm going to hit it from up here. Wow. Again, first time doing this. I could be doing this completely wrong. Oh my goodness, this is like the longest shot in the world. Wow. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, Sprung a leak. Bummer. Oh my goodness, that's what happened. I just sprung a leak. All right, I'm gonna see if I can figure out where this leak is. I'm gonna hit flush. Yeah, I don't see anything. I'm wondering if I went too fine and it came up through the group somewhere, because I'm not seeing any other leaks, which is weird. I thought there would be a leak in here. So that's what I'm wondering, if I just put too much pressure on this on the first go around and I just went too fine. But I did turn it off immediately because I didn't want anything bad to happen. But it really doesn't look that bad, and I don't see any leaks. That's strange. It's flushing fine. It's crazy. So I actually have a cup, and I have the portafilter installed. I just want to see if there's any leaks when I push through on one shot. I'm going to do the exact same profile. Interesting. Yeah, I think I might be right. All right, my coffee friends, it's time to have a little chat while I do some puck prep. So basically, this is what happened. After going through all the steps of trying to diagnose the problem, there was actually a poor connection, user error, definitely user error on the T fitting. So here's kind of the thing. You definitely want to make sure that you tighten everything down well. I didn't want to tighten it too much because they are plastic fittings, and I'm a big dude, and I was afraid that I was going to push it. I've heard of a couple folks basically breaking the original part that goes onto the T-fitting. So here's kind of the thing. I think I just got too in my own head. So after going through the Discord, getting a lot of great feedback, I was able to go ahead and, with help, get everything dialed in and tightened up. I also was basically set up where, I wanted everything to go. Right here, everything is working. I've tested this. I've done multiple flushes. I've ran through doing blank shots. I've also put coffee in there and tested everything. So we are good to go. And now it really comes down to pulling some of the first real official shots. So I'm going to go ahead and do 3 profiles to start off with, just so I can kind of show you guys an idea of what the profile is like and what it's like selecting the profiles. All right, guys, let's talk a little about the UI and the interface. So I am very happy with everything that's going on the actual GaggiMate screen. I actually like that it seems like it's more streamlined and really just an easy way to figure things out. I love how basically you're able to go onto the GaggiMate local and pull up the screen and get more details. I think that's awesome. I had a really big debate if I was going to go ahead and use an old iPad and have everything there, but I'm actually happy I went with an old iPhone XR. I think it's that perfect size for the screen. I'm using it really as my second screen so that while I'm doing my lives, y'all could see the actual flow rates and everything on the chart. But I'm telling you guys, it's super cool. I cannot help but to geek out about that. I find it incredibly easy to go through the profiles and make your selections. So I love the fact that also it's all preloaded with profiles in there right now. I will be doing a deep dive video for sure on how to add profiles onto there. I'm really just getting my feet wet in that whole arena. So definitely, those of you who are on the Discord, I will be asking questions going down the road. But this is definitely one of those situations where the possibilities are just kind of endless. So I'm super excited about that. to get even to it deeper. But again, I just really wanted to go through 3 basic profiles just to kind of see what the difference between the shots was. What I'm really curious about is TDS ratings and taste. That's basically the main thing. So the first profile we're going to select is default. So I have default loaded up, and it's just hitting that play button and getting it started. It's just that simple. So let's go ahead and see how it looks. Success, y'all! That's what I want to see. I went with the grind level where I knew it would flow pretty easy, just for testing. All right, so my plan is to use the same grind setting with every one of these 3 profiles, just so really the variable is the profile itself. So I'm going to go ahead and test the TDS, and let me go ahead and show you guys a chart of what you're seeing right there on the screen. Now, when I check the TDS, guys, I'm not doing this for scientific purposes. I'm really doing it for my own purposes. Every now and then I get a comment where someone's like, hey, you're supposed to use a 9-dropper. Technically, you need to let it cool down, and there's a couple other things you should do. I really do it just to, on the fly, gauge where I'm at and kind of have a baseline. That's the main reason why I do that. And I'm a little blown away, 15.72. That's kind of crazy. The normal rate is about 8 to 12. So this is definitely on that higher end. Not bad for a first shot. That tastes strong, though. I think the scale got a little off sync. But it's pretty good. Pretty good. Strong. 15, over 15 TDS. That's pretty strong. That's the default profile. Pretty good. Pretty good. First shot. First shot. All right, y'all. It's time for shot number 2. This is going to be the 9-bar profile. So I am pretty excited about this. So I have actually swapped out the basically OPV spring. So I did that upgrade before, but I am very curious on how this profile is going to taste. I love this stuff. And I totally geek out on how they did the setup on this. I know I mentioned it before, but the designs are very thoughtful. It's super easy to select your profiles, go back to the dashboard, go into the brew mode. This is so easy to use. That's what I love the most. I cannot help myself but just to geek out about this. I love the fact that you can pinch and zoom, look at this chart, see the details. This thing's really cool. That's a lot less than I usually do. That's like almost like outer strength, though. Okay, that's crazy. Goodness gracious, this is gonna be strong. Oh my goodness gracious. I gotta get the TDS meter out for this one. Oh my goodness. It looks good though. Looks really good. Better crema. Better crema. I'm using Kimbo coffee. This is an Italian roast. Italian coffee. I believe it's a blend, Robusta and Arabica. I'm pretty sure this one's a blend. Oh my goodness. This is the second highest, maybe even the most highest I've ever got on TDS on one single shot. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. I love it. 17.66. Oh my goodness. What? That's insane. So 8 to 12 is the normal rating for the TDS. Wow. Wow. It even says right here 24.26. I didn't realize it was giving me the reading. It was shooting for the 36, but oh my goodness. That's wild. Okay, that is wild. Let's give this a little taste and a stir and see how this is. I have a feeling this is going to be like rocket fuel. Oh, a little stir once again. All right. Oh my goodness. Wow. That is delicious, but intense. Oh my goodness. The very Italiano. Very Italiano. This is something I would put into like an Americano or a long black. Oh my goodness. Add some water to this. But this is cool. I'm digging it. We set that aside. Let's pull another. Let's try another profile out. One more profile. Okay, what profile should we try? So I really love the design of this. And I like having my phone right here to kind of act as my secondary screen. So I'm digging the way I did that. Just I kind of thought that's what I wanted to do. Again, guys, I do a lot of live streams. This week I've been very busy making these videos, but I usually go live 2 or 3 times. So make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification because I go random, totally random times. So you see when you could catch me. Okay, so let's go into profile and Adaptive V2 Pro. Oh, that's so crazy. Okay, so we tried the default, the 9-bar Carmina level machine. Oh, wow. Goodness gracious. Yeah, let's go with this one. Okay. Now, just so you guys know, this is a new grinder for me. So big thank you, and I think I've already said this to Espresso Outlet. They sent this over for review. And I thought to myself, if I'm going to christen this machine, I got to christen it with a really amazing grinder. I had to kind of dial in because I think I was going too fine. But now I'm kind of at a medium level where I just, for testing purposes, but I'm going to get really more in depth in this in future videos, just to let you all know. This is just the beginning, my friends, just the beginning. Let's pull one more shot. Oh my goodness. That is so cool. Wow. That is crazy. So 37 grams. That's just wild. 50 seconds. Wow. That's just coolness. Okay. So that was the adaptive version 2. Nice crema. Oh my goodness. I like that. I like this. This looks really good. Oh man, y'all, this is coolness. Okay. Let's go ahead. Because we check the TDS on everything. Let's continue on with the third. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so that is wild. My mind is blown right now. Okay, so this is more on that regular level that I'm used to, 11.93 TDS. Wow. I mean, I know this sounds crazy and geeky, you know, and maybe stupid and naive because, you know, this is my first time using a machine like this, having profiling, but it's just crazy how much the TDS is affected by the way the shot's pulled and everything. I mean, it's just wild, y'all. There's just no other way to say it. In all honesty, guys, when I first started out in coffee was over 20 years ago when I was in college. And 20 years ago in the early 2000s wasn't 2025. So technology like this and everything is just kind of mind-blowing to me. Um, cheers. I got to taste this. Oh my goodness. Too excited. That's my favorite shot so far. That is absolutely delicious. This is very medium, very well balanced. Okay. Now I know the other ones were they're more like ristretto, but this is just that normal type of experience. You know, this is Italian coffee. You know, I'm digging it. This is really tasty. Very delicious. Wow. Okay. And this was the 9 bar. Now I think my scale might have had a little bit of a glitch. That's why it got stopped short. But just again, rocket fuel. Very tasty. Be good for a milk drink, Americano, something like that. But this is just so well balanced. I'm loving this. If I had to take a quick pick, this third one was my favorite profile. But guys, I'm in the beginning of my journey when it comes to using the GaggiMate. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. This has been one of the most rewarding experiences I've ever had. Hands down, if I were to give this experience using the GaggiMate as a review, if there was 10 stars, I would say this is 20 stars. Um, guys, I think this is really awesome. If you are in a level of your coffee journey where you want to push yourself to the next level, I'm going to tell you right now, this is the way to go. 110%. The experience you're going to get out of doing it is 100% fulfilling. I have been geeking out about this for days now. And my wife got to the point the other day where she was like, I get it. Thankfully, my 17-year-old, soon to be 18-year-old, is really a geek too, and he wants to see the inside of the machine, and we talk about the mechanics of everything. But I'm just telling you guys, this is really cool. I know I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again, though. Just remember that when you're doing this, this is not for the faint of heart. You are going to have pitfalls. I had a leak that I was able to get fixed really quick. I had stuff with wiring and had to kind of figure everything out. So if you're a DIYer, you know, you want to do it yourself and you are a tinkerer, I'm telling y'all, this thing is crazy cool. Now, I've never used Gaggiuino, okay? I've never used Gaggiuino, so I don't really have a comparison between the two. And I know that's going to be a question I get. So I'm just going to tell you that. I've never used it. Maybe one day I'll get another machine and do that. I was even telling my wife, I might even get another machine just to put another one of these in there. Just because I loved it so much. I've thought about, I have my DeLonghi ECP. I was thinking about buying one to put into the DeLonghi. You know, that is a $40 machine I got off of Facebook Marketplace. This is one of my first espresso machines that I ever got that got me back into really why I started this channel. This machine helped me start this channel, guys. So there's so many possibilities. Big shout out to the Discord community. Big shout out to the creators and the folks that make this and pour their heart and soul into it. You guys are amazing. Every question I've ever had, like the moment I put it in there, I get a response back. I haven't had to ask a lot of questions because I just do the search feature. And in Discord, so many people have already asked the questions. So I know that I'm not alone. But guys, this is so cool. So I'm going to tell you this right now. A+ in every single way. One of the best, hands down, espresso experiences I've ever had. I'm so thankful that I did this. And there's going to be a lot of good lives and a lot of more getting deeper in this. So I will make a follow-up video that's going to be more of a deep dive. Guys, make sure, again, hitting that like and subscribe. If you like this, the best way to tell me is put it in the comments, subscribe, hang out with me. That's all I ever ask any of y'all. It's free to hit the subscribe button. You know, I'm a small YouTuber, and it really means the world. And sometimes when you kind of feel like, am I doing stuff that people care about? It's kind of nice just to know that. I know that sounds silly. That's what it's all about. I've said this before. This is not my full-time gig. I'm not doing YouTube to be YouTube famous. I'm way too old for that. This is my passion project. So if you guys like this stuff, definitely let me know. I really appreciate it. I do have some future videos with Espresso Outlet that I'll be doing, so make sure you stay tuned to those. I cannot wait to take a deep dive into this bad boy in the DF 64 version 2. So I'm so happy to have that, the king of budget grinders that changed so much. So I cannot wait to do those videos. Guys, I really appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thanks so much for hanging with me. Guys, go have fun. Try this out. It's really cool. But like I said, if you do have a question and it's deep, make sure you ask the experts. You know, that's going to be it. Make sure you ask the experts. Thanks so much for watching. This was so much fun.